Welcome back to Song of the Nameless, session 28, Fleeting Sparks. Um, yeah, last session, the guy who just walked away to go get food ran forward and ahead of the group. So we would have started the narrative with him, but since he's not here, we're going to go ahead and focus on what the rest of the group is doing. We just made it to a very strange floor after some discussion with seemingly inane and dense guards. They were able to get through some space. Before that, some other stuff happened. We don't want to delve too much into stuff like that. Fleeting friendships and the like. But that said, they found themselves in a very strange segment that appears to have devices that have blown up, which was mentioned to you prior. And you have made it to a space where the murder of a guard was necessary, but it was quick and quiet and efficient, so no other guards were made aware of your presence in this, what you presume to be a restricted section. I'll leave it to you. Just assume that John is, or rather, Scarin exists. But yeah, how would you like to proceed?
I think at this point we just need to keep pushing forward. Um, there's no turning back. So if I look at the map, I would just keep pushing this way and kind of stage whisper, Scarin, Scarin, where the fuck did you go, Scarin?
Oh, on the DM.
And hopefully others would follow.
I'm right behind you.
Okay.
It's scary.
So if you continue on forward, you would see that there are bird prints on the dirt that seem to go this way. And when you come around this corner, you'll see that it's a shoddy looking metal hallway, just like metal panels have been placed on the ground. Um, and it looks like there's an open door that is on the right and an open door that's directly ahead of you.
But the bird prince went into here.
Yep.
Okay. Um. So there's like a door up here too, right?
There is,
Here, right there.
and from what you can tell, it looks like it's the reverse of the big door that the guy up there was guarding. That wasn't really talkative.
Okay. Probably get Darren first. Go to the door the guard is guarding.
Okay. Anybody have anything they want to? Jisho, if you're talking, you're muted.
I've been talking for a long time. Okay, so if Gil and Tomo want to come over here, we can keep it moving. Come on,
Okay.
guys. Come
Well,
on.
again,
On.
for you guys, I'll just let you know. There's
Come
nothing beyond
on.
this point. If you want to just inspect, that's perfectly fine. We don't
Okay.
have to move everybody along, but better if you do. But yeah,
Oh
there's
shit,
a
what the fuck is that?
watery spot. It looks like it is a strange swell of the same kind of water from downstairs.
Oh,
However,
okay.
it doesn't look like it is as charged as the water from downstairs.
Stindrix, it's wet in here. You probably shouldn't go
Oh,
in there.
very wet, and he's backing up.
And Syndrix, if you make a religion, or you have religion trained, you would know that the water is the same as the water downstairs, the drinkable water that would count as a long rest. But this will not count as a long rest. Instead, it'll count as a short rest if you wanted to imbibe the water.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay. Hmm. He's gonna no, he's gonna drink that water. He's kind of hurt. You get the hit points and all that
You can
back,
spend hit
right?
dice as if you had completed a short rest. That's correct.
Okay. He's gonna slip the water, but he's gonna use his channel divinities first because they recharge short rest to gain two level 2 spell slots.
Okay.
That where is it? Just bloop. Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Can do that.
And then for the others, anything that you folks want to do?
If I see Cindrix drinking the water, I'm gonna drink some too.
Okay. Yes, you can take a short rest. It's your pleasure. Anything that you have that resets on a short rest will do so now.
Okay. Gain dice. You do that.
Okay. Um, bear with me here. Tommel. Gil. Okay. So if you ascend upwards, it looks like that's the path. Garen would be the first one to do so. John, are you back or no?
Yeah, I've been back.
Okay, cool. You come up the stairs. Ignore the tokens behind you for the time being, so you're on your own. You're in a metal room. There does appear to be a single pipe or something kind of coming out of the northern wall, moving into the eastern wall. There is a door. The door appears to have the same kind of mechanic as the doors below.
I walk up to it and kind of try to listen.
Okay, so as the doors before, sound is not a thing
Right.
that seems to go through these.
Can I slightly put it ajar? Or is it locked even?
So, if you put your key on the handle, the door opens.
Okay.
There's no
Right.
there's no in between, unfortunately. So you're either opening the door or you're not.
Well, I already opened it.
Okay, well then, so the second you do, you would see that there are two individuals on the opposite side who appear to be guards. Upon your door opening, they immediately brandish their weapons and move into a kind of defensive position, and you can hear them yelling back and forth amongst themselves and Dennis Ottman. I'm going to go ahead and put up an initiative board.
What happened to me?
And Scarin, for the first 2 rounds of combat, because again, they were behind you by a bit, the first 2 rounds of combat, you'll be behind or by yourself. If you wish to retreat, the location where the fight will happen will change. So keep in mind this is a bit of a dynamic fight in that it will potentially change maps. If you... Oh, I have double Gil. I have no Syndrome.
Yeah, I got you.
That's what it is. There you go, buddy.
Sweet.
Okay, so yeah, make sure everybody goes ahead and rolls initiative. Okay, so if you are not Scarin or the guards, then you are currently not operating. So we'll deal with the first 2 rounds of combat while that is happening there. So before the door closes, this guy will rush forward, and this guy will rush forward and leap. I need you to make an athletics check. Scared.
Mm-hmm. 1 second.
Okay. So he's able to get past you, is the primary thing. These soldiers seem to be like the other ones, but they seem to be moving a little bit more nimbly than the last ones that you saw. The one that dove past you, that passed through, will not get any attacks here. However, the one that rushed up to the door and is still fighting through it will. He'll make a pair of attacks. 14 misses, right? 14 hits.
It's on the nose.
And then 18 will hit as well. Okay, so the first attack will do 7 points of damage. The second attack will do 9. And that is it for them on 15, which means we'll drop down to you, Scarin. This is the bottom of turn 1.
Ooh, all my 10 points. Let's see. Beep, beep, beep. I was not ready to get into combat this quick. Let's see. Sorry.
It's okay.
You're good.
Not a problem. What are we doing?
Shape-shifting into a Yeti.
Okay. Have I given you a Yeti before?
Nope. I just got CR3.
Just regular Yeti, right?
Yeah, Yeti Lord's Monstrosity.
Okay, because there's also abominable Yetis.
I'll take one of those.
No.
That's so. It turned into straight up Yeti. That's so.
And threaten me with a good
Oh
time.
my god! Look at it.
Baby cat, no.
It's the Yeti.
It's the Yeti.
He's a Yeti, oh no. This is
Yeti spaghetti.
Yeti
You
spaghetti.
should have control of it.
Alright,
And then
yes.
just put your. Yeah, you already did. Okay. So when you wild shape and it takes up space that is occupied by another, I typically just shunt. They willingly move. There's no benefit for the. They don't provoke opportunity attacks, etc.
Right.
Okay. So anything else? That was your action? Any movement?
Shit, would I even fit through the door?
It would be a squeeze, which means it requires 2 squares instead of 1. But currently it's blocked, so you can't.
Okay, fair. No.
Okay. So that was the end of the first round. It'll go to the second round.
Well, actually, let me look at their sheet.
They will
sorry.
be operating, but you as a Yeti will see a strange woman rush through who appears to be wearing a dress that's made out of bark. Her hands appear to be covered in kind of a strange black substance with outstretched nails, and you as a druid understand that she is a blighter, which is basically like an evil druid. When she rushes out, you'll also see 2 more soldiers rush out, and one of them seems to be yelling back as if there might be more people beyond in the space that they're coming from. The 2 that came in with you will fight you. Your new AC is 12, so they both hit. The first one's going to do 11 points of damage. The second one is going to do 10. And then, they both get 2 attacks. So then, second 2 attacks. Hit. It's going to be a total of 20 more. This time 12 and 8.
Sweet.
Okay, and then that is it for them. It will go to you, and then let me explain what happens after this initiative so people are prepared. Queera, you are in the last round, functionally understanding a combat's happening ahead of you, so you are advancing during this turn surprised, not prepared. So at the start of this next round, you will be in the initiative count. You will subtract 15 from your movement at the start of the turn as if you'd moved 15, because you have to get up to the door, and then from that point, you can move at your pleasure. Okay, Scarin, go ahead with your turn.
Yeah. Did you give me the sheet? Yeah, give me the sheet.
Yeah. Anytime you're not sure, select the token, hold shift, double click.
That's what I just did.
Perfect.
Oh God. Oh, here we go. Wait. There it is. I'm gonna attack the one behind me with 2 claws.
Okay. Neither of those will hit.
Sweet. And then chilling gaze the druid.
Okay. Let me check something real quick. Okay, so yeah. You said the druid?
Yeah.
Save. Nothing on half, so we're good. Or nothing on success, so we're good. Okay. And then she is immune to chilling gaze of all Yetis for 1 hour. Scarin done. It'll go to the top of the initiative. So, same thing is true for the other. So during this round, you're surprised and moving. During the next round, you will be subtracting 15 for the first person. Or sorry, it'll be 10 for the first person, 15 for the second person, 20, and then 25 because you're all running in sequence. You can't all be in the same spot. So this will go down to Queera. Sorry, the soldiers first. Okay. So, attack. Yeah, that 12 AC is very low.
He's a big boy.
19 damage from the first guy, 18 damage from the second guy. And then these 2 soldiers here pull out what appear to be crossbows, but very strange looking. It almost looks like they have a plate in their kind of center position. They will fire at you through the door. I'll give you half cover because I can see half of your person.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that guy can't shoot for shit. And this one will hit. I need a Constitution saving throw from you, and you'll take 9 points of damage. Con save is good, no extra damage.
What was the other 2 for damage? I'm sorry, it was like 18 and
18 and 19. And then whatever I just said for that last one, 9. Okay. Then it'll go to Queera. So Queera, you move 15, and then you are in that square that you're in right now.
Okay.
And
Yep.
you would basically see as you're rushing up the steps, 2 soldiers kind of hacking into him, bolts flying in from the other space, and then you would see Scarin changing from an abominable beast into owl form.
Okay. So you just absorbed a bunch of damage, basically.
yeah, pretty much.
Pretty
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna punch this freak in front of me.
Sure.
17,
Misses.
18,
Hits.
Jesus.
13.
Punch him back and he dies.
Okay, so that's an action, and then I have 15 feet left to move.
Yes.
Oh god, I can't get out of. Okay. Okay, I'll move here.
Okay. Scarin, you're up.
I will. Pop in here. So you could. Fuck you.
Okay. What do you think?
Once I cast it.
Oh, sorry, erupting her. Gotcha. She'll react. Yeah, because she was readying her action. Okay. Go ahead and oh shit. Never mind. Got you. So dead. I can just put this on a map layer. There we go. And dead. So she seems to have been readying her action. As she sees somebody rush past and then you come into the doorway, she disappears and she appears behind you. When she appears in the center of the room, she kind of pulses with magic for a second, and this raw primal energy emits out from her in a burst of 15 feet. I need the two of you to make Constitution saving throws. That's not a very great roll. Okay, so you both save, so you will take half of 11, so 5 force damage. This appears to have been a spell that was very much like Thundering Step, but not quite the same. Okay, but your Erupting Earth is cast, kills the two behind, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tommel, you're first on the docket, and nobody's surprising you. We're all moving up the stairs. Since you're first on the docket, you can be the first rushing up. Now that means that you can subtract 10 from your base movement, and then you can move at your pleasure. However, if you want to be further back in the line, for each person you want to be behind, you're going to add a -5. So just say a number of people. The current number of people on the path behind you would be 3. So you could subtract 15 from your move and be the last person in line. Does that make sense? Zach? Zach, are you there?
He might be bubbling.
He might be muted.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Poorly. Though.
Apologies.
Sounds weird. Why are you coming in weird now?
Because I'm not on my computer right now.
Oh.
Sorry.
The
okay.
gasp.
Okay. You good though?
Yeah.
Okay. So did you hear my blather about the feet of movement?
Yeah, I have to move 15 to get to the door, and then I have another 15.
No, 10 for you because you're
10,
first
sorry.
in line. But if you wish, you can move yourself further back in the line, thus pushing other people forward in line by subtracting 5 from the amount of movement you'll have for the turn. So right now you have your move -10. If you wish to be behind one person, then you'd have -5. If you want to be behind 2 people, -10, and then 3 people, -15, for a total -25 if you want to be last in line. This would make the others move faster. But since you're first on the initiative, you get to choose the order of who got up there first.
I imagine Tommel would be getting there first. He's
Okay.
usually in the middle of the group, and if Skirin and Quiara have already walked in, then he's probably next.
Okay.
But I'm not going to move far into the room, just kind of 5 feet along the wall there.
Okay.
Does anyone next to Skirin look touched?
The only person... Oh, yeah, sorry, the soldier doesn't look touched. Neither does the new, the druid lady.
Okay, I'm going to just try to chill touch the druid lady.
Okay.
15 to hit.
That will miss. And as an Arcanist, you would realize that she seems to have the spell Bark Skin cast upon her.
Got it. That'll be Tommel's turn.
Okay. Cindrix. So you are second in line. You can willingly subtract 5 from your move for the turn to allow someone else to be able to move more behind you. If you want to let both of the people behind you, you just take -10 off your movement, so you'd have 10 feet of movement to move for the turn.
Oh, you go in.
Huh?
Okay. So we have like 10 movement already gone, right?
Well, you'll have 15 movement already.
15 movement.
Yeah.
10.
And you're just letting everybody else suck it up. Okay, got it.
He is making room. Then he's going to. Let's see. Candy.
Am I not coming off clear in what I mean by like?
No, I know what you're talking about.
No, yeah.
I do also.
Because we're at different distances.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I was just making sure because it was like the two people who aren't moving a lot into the room are like not taking the deal to allow the two who are going to move into the room.
Oh yeah, I didn't make my decision tactically. I made my decision for roleplay reasons.
Narratively, very good.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes sense.
What a Scorching Ray.
Okay.
Why is that? Okay, there it is. I think it should go.
Hit
Hit.
2 more times.
Okay. 2 more times. Boop.
Miss.
Miss.
Hit.
Okay, first one. 7. That would be 13.
Okay.
Second one. To modify here. Second one, it is 4 and 14. So that is 27 fire damage total.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So it'll go to them. That's not an exact move. I was just getting them to the point where they needed to be. I don't know why I clicked the movement. They will rush to the room. It appears that there are 2 captains now in the space behind the fighter that's currently blocking the door. Looks like they dashed to get where they're at, though. The fighter who is currently in position there is going to make an attack. He's going to use his
Any warding flare? Oh,
well, he's going
sorry.
to use his action to make a special type of attack. You can warding flare, that's fine.
Okay.
Scaren's AC is 14 though, so
Oh.
Yep.
yeah. So
You know,
my low roll.
maybe it might. Maybe.
No, my low roll is a 16. So
Aw.
okay. So Scaren, this attack will hit you.
Yay.
Now it's going to do less damage than normal. It's only going to do his modifier damage, which will be 3. However, this attack causes you to be moved into the room and him to shift his positions with you.
Sweet.
All right. That was his attack. It will then go to her. She will step forward and
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
yeah, she stepped away from you.
Can I use my? I can. Yeah, it's a weapon. It's a melee weapon. I'm gonna use my magical girl strike.
Miss.
That miss. Shoot.
Bang. I don't know why I'm having difficulty with her character sheet, and it's making me want to just throw the whole computer out. Bear with me here. Oh, I'm so frustrated right now. Come on. Okay, well, that's aggravating as hell. Okay, so then I will just recreate it. That is so aggravating. Sorry, folks. It's being very annoying. Okay, here we go. She will yeah. She is going to attack 3 times. Her attacks will be split. I go 2 on Tommel and 1 on Cindrix. 15 to hit Tommel. Misses. 19 to hit Tommel.
Hold on.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, I left it hanging for purpose.
Yeah. We're gonna juke.
Okay. So she needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Fortunately,
Yeah.
she is a druid. .24, so she'll save, which means that she gets to attack you instead of the mascot, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then she will deal 5 points of slashing damage and 21 points of poison damage.
It's 5. You said minus 21.
Yeah. And then you should be able to pull the mascot on the board.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. And then the last attack is against Cindrix, which is a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And so her first 2 attacks with the claws, and then she kind of turns her head to the side and breathes fire at you. When she does so, you will take 26 points of fire damage, which of course you will have.
Okay.
Because you're resistant to fire. But you still take the same effect as everyone else would do due to the light. You are blinded until the start of her next turn.
Ah, the taste of my own medicine.
Blinded by the light.
She is done. The captains will move on Scarin. Wow. Oh! Okay, so the first captain, he apparently did not get, he did not wake up on the right side of the bed. He just
Good.
rolled a 9 and a 4
Good.
on the dice.
I think that's ideal, John.
Only got a plus. Oh. No, I see what I did. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Got it.
No.
No, they both missed. They both missed. The attacks from him missed. The second guy, though, both hit.
Be like your buddy.
What?
Nothing.
What have you said to me? The 2 attacks hit, so you'll take a total of 6 and then 5, and then I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. DC is 16.
Oh boy, here we go.
Okay.
Nope.
So he will, when he kind of gets both of the arm blades into you, kind of pull them apart, kind of avoiding your attempt to dodge that kind of positioning. And he'll do an additional 19 points of slashing damage to you, and you're knocked prone.
Shoot.
That's what happened to Queera when she got tag teamed, or got attacked by the one guy alone. Gil, you are
Okay.
third. Right?
So minus 50.
Yeah, minus
15.
20.
Oh.
10, 15, and 20. So yeah, you'd be 20. You have 10 feet of movement.
Okay.
And you actually start here, if that helps.
Sure. Are there... Wait. This person right here is an enemy.
Correct.
Oh yeah, I'll fuck her up.
Block.
And with the dreadful strike. Oh, well, I did better than an 8. Second,
That will hit.
and then I would like to put Hunter's Mark on her.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d6.
Oh,
You want to lead with Hunter's Mark? It's okay.
okay. I didn't. For some reason, my brain was like, I have to hit them first, but that's studied from Pathfinder.
Yeah. Queera, you are up.
Gonna move 5 feet. I'm gonna take a 5-foot step from Pathfinder. I'm so sorry. And then I'm going to punch the druid. 15 will miss. What the?
Oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna
Okay.
use my
Okay.
inspiration.
And you're kind of slamming against the wood of the tree. If you want to spend your inspiration for the not boss fight, that's fine. I'm not.
Okay, I'm not gonna use my inspiration. I'm gonna use my bonus action. It just, I don't like that druid, even though she's kind of Lady Gaga coded for a second. I'm going to
You're punching a tree. It's like
do nothing, I guess. That's my turn.
Scarin.
Next level, Queera takes the level in Monk.
I guess I'll stand up
Yeah.
and what we doing?
So the guy in the doorway is blocking your possibility of entering into the room. So he's
Mhm.
got to go.
He's gonna go. How is he gonna go?
That's a great question. It's not one I have an answer for.
Who
Bang.
does? No, I'm working on it. I'm gonna be funny.
Okay.
I'm gonna reduce him.
All right.
Step over him.
So he gets a save. It is a Constitution saving throw, which we know that they are very good at. They're hardy soldier
Fuck.
people.
Whatever.
And I rolled a natural 1. So he will become small.
Aw, how
Whoa.
cute.
Now, the problem for you is he technically still holds that position, even though he is
Oh,
half
come
the
on.
size. However, I will be kind, and I will allow you to fly over top of him now that there's an opening in the vertical perspective. But you will take
No.
2 opportunity attacks.
I'm just
Oh, that's right.
picturing jumping, trying to hit him.
The both of the captains will hit with their attacks. They're not dual attacking,
Sweet.
so they can't rend. So it's only going to be 6 and 7.
That's fine.
That's your move and your action.
Yarp. We got a little guy now.
Got a little guy. He's just a small
He's,
man.
he's just a little guy.
He's just a small little guy.
Can we keep him?
I was just waiting for one of you fucking freaks to try to adopt this enemy soldier, and it had to be you,
Hey,
Kitty.
I'm sorry, freaks. Freaks.
Oh my god.
I
Mom,
love
he's so
pets.
cute.
Especially
I
you,
love pets. Just let me
Garen
keep
slash
'em.
John.
But Mom, he's so cute.
You should have
Why-
been shrinking everything. I was kidding.
Wow, you called everyone out. I totally have
Wait,
got,
what?
I have totally gotten free cats from the world.
Oh my god.
What?
Gil and I can raise it.
You could-
Oh
my
god. Oh,
I mean, it's not like it's a person with agency or anything.
it's
but-
not a child.
Yeah. Not a-
Scaring
No.
done. Sarah, you're up. So because
Holding
nobody
your
elected to let you
It's
go
fully
ahead
fine.
of the, you have, starting from the position
you-
you're in, minus 25 to your speed. So whatever your speed is,
Oh,
subtract
I'm so
25 from the
sorry.
start.
Now you get
Oh,
it.
that.
Thank
Now
you.
you get it.
Zach
Oh.
understood me 100%, and
Yeah.
I pride you on doing what you did. But I think it's
Oh,
for
yeah.
everyone
The
else.
right choice was for
behind me.
Tommel to stay still and let everyone run past
Yes.
him. The Tommel
Yes.
choice was to go first because Tommel's an asshole.
100% role played perfectly.
Thank you.
Is it okay if I move past Gil? Will that cost like?
So, how much movement do you have?
I have 40, but if you
Yeah,
take away
so-
25, I only have 15.
So, yeah, you can move through your
Well, I
allies.
didn't move, so
It's past your turn. I gave you the hunter's mark.
You-
Don't ask for more. Jeez.
You,
So, so it's okay to step here.
okay.
Yeah, you can move through your allies,
Fair.
absolutely.
Okay. So,
Oh, this is perfect. I really didn't think you assholes were going to fall for it.
great. I'm just gonna leave. I'm just.
Yeah, later, guys.
Y'all got this. It's fine.
We don't know.
assholes.
I guess I'll hit her. I really wanted to go for the baby.
You can do both. You have multi-attack.
Smack the baby.
Back to
Go ahead. Are you attacking recklessly or no?
No.
Okay.
28 for
Okay.
the lady. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't rage. It was
It's
check.
okay. I was going to ask, so thank you for clarifying. Absolutely 8 damage, and then on.
Mhm.
Second attack.
17.
That'll hit. She has a
Okay.
16 armor class. Anything else?
The,
Um, Bonus action, you could pull arm.
yeah, that's what I was gonna.
Okay. So you did bloody her on the second attack. Go ahead and give me the damage for the pole arm. 9 more. Okay. So she's bloodied. She's not happy. And it'll cycle off your turn to Tommel's. You kind of like knock her in the face with the blade, and like there's like a nice kind of cut across her face, and then slam her in the gut with the pole arm. She kind of staggers into the group, surrounded. Yeah. What we got? Zach?
Let's see if we can get something going. 19, 22, 21.
Those all hit. So 12 and 4, it's going to be 16. Goddamn, okay.
DC 15 con save.
Okay. Success.
That's what you get for being bullies.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're supposed to let me hit you in Yeti form.
Okay. Anything else?
Um,
I'm going to presume that like you pull it out like for the first time like, you know, in a while. It kind of like slops onto the floor and then just starts whipping at the lady, kind of just it's like just like leaving like, you know, weird slick trails against the wooden body.
thick, viscous kind of like
I made
slime.
it weird. I wanted to make it weird.
Yeah.
Why is it gross? Do you have any bonus actions or movement?
I am going to bonus action. Hold on. I have this prepared, right? Yeah, bonus action, Misty Step.
Okay. To a spot you can see.
That gets me 30 feet to there.
Yeah, that works.
And then I'm going to just heroically move around the corner there with my movement.
Okay.
And end my turn there.
You enter into a space that looks like it's some sort of like living area, makeshift. Modern amenities, from what you can understand of like typical Ordris and Levidian kind of furniture and the like. This device here is the only thing that looks like it was kind of present before everything else was kind of put in. And it looks like some sort of gauge, not unlike the one that our good friend downstairs monitored. Besides that, you can see into the next room, and it looks like there is some sort of steam pipes and like strange kind of counter space. Without getting inside of there, you really don't know and can't tell for detail. Okay, Cindrix, you're up.
Oh, nope, nope, nope,
Nope.
nope, nope.
Nope.
Inkling.
Oh, right. Shit. Oh, it's another con save. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, it's a low one.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah,
Okay.
she has a beefy con. Okay, so Cindrix.
He's still blinded, right?
Yep.
That's
Start
to the
her
end of
next
the
turn.
turn, or
It's
her
start of
turn.
her next
Oh. May have blinded me, but let's see. To withstand his light, he's gonna channel divinity. Yep, Mania's still on here. Boop. I think it hits these guys too, right? Maybe not this guy. Does it hit that guy?
I'll say it says.
Okay. That is con save.
She succeeds. Little guy does not. They
Sorry,
do.
little guy.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. We have enough pets at home.
We have little guy. We have little guy at home.
Wow.
But do we? Do we
When
have
a
them?
Johnny character is telling the team that is enough pets,
Yeah.
that's when you know.
Let them be
Okay.
wild. Let them be free. Anything else from Syndrix?
Blinded is annoying, so you. Yeah, that'll be it. Can't really do much when he's
Okay.
blinded.
Why are you
You
smiling
are
like
now
that?
able to see, and you watch
Sweet.
the last moments of her casting a spell.
Oh.
I'm waiting. There's a delay here for purpose. Okay, since nobody's taking reactions to me stating she's casting a spell, I will
I
follow.
can't see her.
I don't even know if I have reactions.
No, I don't think they get counterspell for rangers.
Scaring gasps.
Okay. So she
Is that
will.
what you wanted?
She will cast Circle of Death.
Oh. That's not.
I need
That doesn't sound too
everyone
nice.
in- everybody in the room, including her allies, to go ahead and make a con saving throw.
I knew I should have just left.
Yeah.
It's a
Good
con.
night, everyone.
I have advantage. A
Oh,
Why do you
fuck.
have advantage?
because the mantle dispel resistance.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. So Syndrix is good. Cleura is good. Everyone else is not. Okay. Hold on a second here. It's being goofy, as it's wont to do. I don't know why it's this druid character sheet every time I mess with it, but whatever. Here we go.
Can I give Sarah a flash of genius? She'll get a +5.
If you want to.
Okay.
Is that
I
your
do.
reaction to do so?
That's my reaction.
Okay.
Oh, it'd be a
And,
shame if.
she'll still fail.
Oh no.
Oh, the 19?
Yeah. DC's 20.
Damn.
Shit.
Oh.
Okay.
Thanks
Night,
for
everybody.
trying.
Okay.
That's alright.
Oh.
We'll die together, hon.
That is the worst fucking roll of all goddamn time on 8d6.
Yeah.
What a piece of shit. Everybody takes 18 necrotic damage if you failed, and 9 necrotic damage if you passed.
Oh, thank fuck.
Sucked it.
4, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 4, 3.
Is that all?
Because you're
4,
It's 'cause you're-
1s. Whatever, I'm done. I could.
you're trying to do druid on druid violence.
I
That's
was
what
trying
you
to do druid on druid violence, and it would have been fucking rad if I'd rolled like, fucking
Would it?
30.
Would it though?
Would-
30
Would it?
dealt to
Uh-huh.
5. Oh, the Inkling's dead. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Wait.
There you go.
No,
You
it's
get this-
not. It gets a save. It has 18 exactly on hit points. And I think it might have resistance to necrotic. Hold on. No, it doesn't have resistance. But yeah, give me a saving throw for the Inkling there, Zach.
I did. That was the 13.
Oh, holy shit. Yeah, it's dead. Okay.
Oh.
I didn't see it above all
Did
of
she kill any of her friends?
No, she just hurt. Oh, yeah, this guy.
Oh,
no,
the
somebody
short
else
one.
did.
No, that's
someone
that
else
was
did that.
He's
Syndrix.
dead for sure.
Okay.
Like,
Those
for
two
real.
dead.
took some damage, but not much.
Oh, his tiny little corpse.
It's already rotting.
If you want to maintain concentration.
Well, now it's a
on-
big.
On
Now it's a big.
Well, you haven't reduced it or dropped concentration. Do you want to drop?
All right, I'll
concentration?
No, I'll keep it tiny.
Okay, because it'll last for as long as you concentrate. The captain will then enter the room, like so, and we'll just beat the shit out of Queera.
Rude.
Well, this is the second time she's left her. Actually, I have a Scarin. I'll do one.
I'm
On...
used to it.
No, no, no,
Can
no,
I
no, no,
reaction?
no, no, no,
Nope.
no, 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 no.
Wait,
Thanks, Scarin.
can I reaction boarding flare for
Yeah.
Queera? Okay.
Well, there's going to be a couple attacks here, so hold on a second.
Oh, okay.
Let me go beat by beat. You just, Johnny, you tell me when, okay? So,
Got you.
Scarin, who's beaten the fuck out of and is dying, and because of my decision choosing, I'm going to choose him for a target of the first attack. Any reactions? Okay, and then the
I don't.
second attack against
Wow,
him as
really,
well.
guys?
Okay,
Oh.
I'll do the second attack.
We were supposed to go.
Yeah, you're supposed to guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen. So you said you went for the second attack, right?
Yes.
So
Did I?
they both hit. So it's an 8 and a 22. They have pack tactics. If an ally is within 5 feet, you've got the druid behind you. So he hits from.
Good night.
What?
Oh.
What were you gonna say?
No, nothing.
So they hit with the 22.
I'm down.
Oh, I haven't dealt damage. It's just gonna be 5 and 5, and then you have to make a dex save.
Oh, I thought you were saying
Their
damage.
damage comes when they tear.
Let's see.
Yeah, that'll fail unless you want to spend inspiration.
Don't have any.
I do. You can have mine.
So the save
There it
will
is.
mean that there's no damage dealt with the rend. So you'll just take 5 and 5, and that's it.
We.
All right, and that's the captain's. Gil.
Okay. I'm gonna try and take her out.
Hit.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the hunter mark.
Oh, damn. Okay. Hold on.
Oh my god, I want to pet that belly.
Oh my god, he's gonna roll over on the keyboard. I can't have him do it.
Oh no.
I'm trying to type, and when I try to type, every time I do, he just his little
He's like, your
fucking neck.
hand.
His neck just turns. Okay, so that'll actually, as you come up behind and Sarah's kind of turned the attention, the circle of death emanates. You kind of, grit your teeth past it, even though it hurt you to full degree, even though it sucked. And then you just shove the trident into the back of her, and it just drops her like a sack of grain, just thud to the ground. And then this is me now. I'm gonna do a puppet show with my cat's stupid face. I'm running the game now, and everything's cute and great. Yay! Everyone's happy.
Yay!
Everyone's happy. The
Woo!
game is good now, you guys. No more bad stuff.
Alright.
He's
I
so
believe you.
Look at how
So
dumb he is.
happy.
That floofy
So
little
happy.
face.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Nah.
god.
Pip. Okay. So, Gil, you still have a second attack. And you can bonus action move your mark as well.
Yeah, I'll bonus action move it to this guy.
Okay. And then 5, 10, 15, 20 to get to him. Because you got to step onto the corpse.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so much soup.
So Dreadful Strike, is it per target the first hit, or just per turn? The
Click
first hit?
the speech bubble.
Where'd it go? Alright.
When you hit a creature with a weapon, you can deal. Which can take
Once
this-
per turn. Okay.
Yeah, so each target. So new target, new Dreadful Strike.
Yeah. Ooh. Did that hit?
No.
16?
They have an
Okay, we tried.
18. Okay. Queera, you are up.
Okay. This is to my guy to the north.
No.
Miss.
No.
Miss. Okay, I'm going to move here. No, I'm going to stay right where I am.
Yeah, I just realized
And
your bonus on that attack is a +10. That's really depressing.
I know, I'm rolling really bad.
Hey,
And then,
can only-
as usual, and then I'm going to use oh my god, I'm going to use a bonus action to pop my defensive field.
Yep.
And gain temporary hit points, and that's my turn.
Scaring.
Disengage.
Okay. Get behind Sarah.
Yep.
Close the wings. Hide. Sarah.
Don't mind me.
Step up here. 29 to hit.
Yeah.
4.
Mm-hmm.
24.
Also good.
60.
Okay. So that's minus 30 total.
And
Perfect.
then
Bloody.
whole arm. Oh, 20.
Yep.
8.
All right. Not dead, but definitely closer to death's door than the other guy. Okay. Sarah done. Tumble up. You can see this one, right?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna chill touch him.
Okay.
21 to hit,
Hit.
11 necrotic.
That'll work. Alright, he's still alive. And then back to cover.
Almost as much as the
Cindrix.
death circle.
Shut up!
Oh.
Everybody who has inspiration, it's mine now. You don't get it anymore because of what I said.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
What?
Don't take me seriously. But I should be serious. Cindric. Go ahead before I change my mind.
Gonna holy lance the one on top.
Okay.
Pew!
Welcome to life.
Pew!
Did I feed you?
5 radiant.
I genuinely don't
Bang.
remember.
Double 1.
Yeah. I was like, damn, that's really low damage.
Yep. Got 2 ones.
Okay.
Just like that thing, right?
What thing?
Bonus.
I'm
Bonus
gonna,
action.
I'm gonna somehow get past Sarah and kill Scarin.
Well, good
bonus
night, folks.
action.
The eternal pudding.
You know. No. I'm gonna.
You're gonna.
Oh. Bonus action. Blazing. Brand.
On your
Zara's
shoulder.
gauntlet.
Okay. Can you click Blazing Brand for me real quick?
Yeah. Got you. Wait, that
Gotcha.
works, right?
Yep. Blazing Blade.
Yep. Blade, not brand.
Brand is the
Apologies.
cantrip. That's why I got confused.
Yep. Yep. My bad.
Cantrip is self.
My
Okay.
bad.
Who were you
All
doing?
inspired.
Yours.
Bless you.
Oh.
Wait, no, I'm doing Kiara's.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Queers.
Yeah, the flaming fist.
Nice.
Yeah.
I am going to kill. I gotta get past one person, so we need a focus fire. And it's armor, meat, or fish. I'm gonna go with the fish. It's the least defensive looking
Yeah,
target.
they are out of that vegetarian.
The hell of a menu.
Wait. Can we
Right.
resolve something really quick before we move on?
Yeah,
It says you touch a non-magical weapon. My fists, I think, are magical weapons.
correct.
So you have to target something else.
And the glaive also can't be touched anymore.
Oh no, then.
We've been cheating.
Oh, I'm a cheater.
It's
Sorry,
okay.
guys.
Well, just so you know, if you guys resolve the game and you do succeed in the end, just keep that in mind. It was a hollow victory.
You
Wow.
cheated for the
That
whole
was-
game.
Oh,
And by we all mean Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what?
So beat up the
What's
It's all
fish.
Johnny's
Not
fault.
high.
I don't
Oh, this is going to be
My
this.
apologies,
This,
guys.
Damn, 19 armor class and me rolling 18s. That's funny.
I don't get an attack of opportunity when he stepped away from in front of me, do I?
No, do you have Sentinel?
No.
Yeah, no.
Wait, do I get the spell slot back at least?
Oh, yeah, you didn't cast it.
Oh, okay.
Johnny cheating is this game's genie.
If you want to instead cast Healing Word as a bonus action on Scarin,
Hey.
that'll make him feel better, and then he won't call you a cheaty bobini.
Okay. Yeah, I like the idea. Boom.
Like, that's a win-win for me.
I'm not.
My
Cheating
friend's alive
bobini
and I'm
redacted.
not being called the cheaterino.
I'm not a cheater. I'm not a cheater. You know. Oh, why is that 7? Oh.
Because you're
Ignore
adding the
that
Blessed Strikes damage. So that means you get 1 hit point back. That's the
Sorry.
math.
Jeez.
JK, 8 back, 8 back.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first
I'm
guy,
kinda cheating.
2 18s, which means that he misses the 19 armor classed Gil. And then the second guy, 23 and 23, which is better. So it's going to do 8 and then 7 on you, Gil. And then I need you to make a dex saving throw. Ooh, I really hope you make it.
Okay.
Okay, you do. So no extra damage from the rend. So boom, shoves the blades in, tries to tear you apart. You're able to kind of pull yourself away from the scissor effect or the kind of spreading blade part. Okay. Gil.
Go ahead. It's off my girlfriend. See what happens. Alright. You gonna go for the marked one?
Yep. Miss.
Nope.
Crit.
Yeah.
Ooh, crit.
And this was the... Okay, cool. So 15 and 7 is 22. That's funny. Hunter's Mark's already in there.
Oh, okay. I had it checked, but I don't even know.
No worries. I checked the
My
map.
bad.
And then the second attack... Or that's it. That's all. Okay. Queer.
There's my
And
chance.
he's now bloodied as well.
Who's bloodied?
Both.
Okay, so I'm gonna just punch the one in front of me.
Okay.
27.
There we go.
10.
All right. As you kind of throw that first punch, the reason why you miss with the second punch is because he's already flying backwards. Tommel, from your sight, you're kind of hearing the fight and kind of see the back end of that guy, and then there's this pop, and then he kind of flies through, slams into the rubble, and is just laying on the ground dead. All right, Queer, any movement or anything?
No.
Scaring. That'll miss.
That's it.
All right. Sarah.
Alright. 27.
Hit.
Oh, 19.
Hit. Dead. So you kind of bring to the side as he's kind of pressured into the corner by the trident, and then you just kind of drop the glaive down on his helmet, kind of splits it open so you can see his face for a moment, and there's this strange sense of defeat on his face, and then hatred, and the second strike kind of cleaves his life out of him.
Thanks.
Wait.
Touch my woman. I mean, touch my man.
So wait,
Wait. Oh.
Mira is Sarah's
he
woman.
is very pretty.
No, Gil is
Gil.
Sarah's
Gil.
woman.
Gil
Yeah.
is Sarah's woman. Okay,
Gil
got
Star's
it.
woman.
I mean, yeah, okay, sorry. Forgot. My brain brain. That doesn't work sometimes. Okay, so
Really? On Pride Month,
on
John?
Pride. Oh God damn it! I sent you this
Wow.
TikTok. What is happening?
I know.
Wow.
You brought it upon yourself.
The prophecy. So this room that you're in, that has been rushed through, is a strange one. It appears that there is a very strange engine that has been put in. This does not look like it is original. However, the part that does look like it belongs here is the strange crystal device in the corner. The red crystal that's glowing there, which is similar to the much larger crystal device in the lowest floor that you were in. However, this one appears to have had a very strange device attached to it that seems to be manufacturing some sort of strange glowing dust. And when you go and check it out, Quira and Tommel, you realize that these are buckets full of residuum, which is a magical powder that's worth about a gold an ounce and is used in the creation of magic spells and also artifacts or items like relics and magic items. You can effectively use residuum to replace any material component that has a cost. Looking at the amount that's present here, it would take you some time to pick up all of it, to be sure, but you could probably pick up a few ounce or a few pounds of it without issue. But there's probably close to 10,000 gold worth of residuum here, which would be 10,000 ounces, which 10,000 divided by 16. There's 16 ounces in a pound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about
For now,
625 pounds of this dust.
for now, we should probably get a couple pouches of 300 gold's worth.
Yeah, revivify.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yep. You can also use it for other spell components that require.
Syndrix, do you have diamonds?
I do not.
Okay,
No,
get in here.
neither do I.
Yeah.
Neither do I.
Get in.
the dragon, the red dragon, and the gold dust. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the end of
Skaren's
Scarface.
gonna remember that there's a pool of water downstairs and go check that out real quick.
Okay, you can go take a short.
Can we
rest.
wait? Before we move on from this point, can we be clear about how much
Is this guy
residuum
Yes.
dead?
each person has? Okay, how much residuum is Karen gonna carry?
If you have a pouch, you can carry 3 pounds, which would be 16 times 3.
More
Because
than that.
that's how much it could probably fit in there. Now, if you're
How
not
much?
carrying a pouch, like a gold pouch, like a small hand pouch, right?
What about a backpack?
If you have a backpack and you're filling it, backpacks can carry, I would say, probably in the neighborhood of like 50 pounds of residuum. So it's going to be heavy as hell, but you're basically filling it up like a cement sack, right? Or a
Right.
bag of rice.
Can you translate into caster units? Like
Sure.
how many
So
gold
a pound,
pieces per ounce?
A pound is 16 ounces. So again, it's not light fare for the casting purposes. 1 gold piece per ounce. So 16 gold pieces per pound.
Don't we have a bag of holding too?
Yeah, 250 pounds. You can just chuck it in there and pull it out, and it will go to the spell at will.
Okay, I have it.
Okay.
So I have. Does that mean we need to probably move the bag of holding to Skaren or Syndrix?
Not a bad idea.
So you said there were 300
I'm
pounds
gonna
of
tell you
this
right now, I
stuff?
have a pouch.
Is that what you said, John?
I'm
No,
sorry.
there's like 625.
625 pounds, right?
Yeah.
And wait, so hold on. Let me double check and do the math again. 10,000 gold pieces worth of residuum. 10,000 divided by 16 equals 625. So 625 pounds. 625.
What's the max
pounds.
number of pounds we can carry in a bag of holding?
250.
And there's already stuff in there.
If you just
So maybe we could carry like 200.
you could pull the shit out and dump it out if you wanted to.
Okay.
But you said a backpack can carry 50 pounds?
Yeah, but then you're carrying 50 pounds, so.
I could carry 50 pounds. I could carry up to what? A max of 300.
Carry.
Oh.
She can carry me. She can carry 50 pounds.
I guess that's fair. Yeah, absolutely. If you want to have a backpack.
Yeah, but you're not a spellcaster, so if it's on you, it's not that useful.
She's in treasure hunter mind. She's like, this is money.
Yeah,
It's money. It's money.
Zara!
I was in
Don't blame her.
scumability for a moment,
Damn.
you know?
Right?
Yeah,
We gotta take it all. We gotta leave with everything.
Okay.
I
Fitting
agree.
bolted down.
So
What if we flashback though?
Oh, yeah. You guys
Flashback.
have 3 bags of holding.
That's right. I
yeah,
forgot.
I mean, I guess we can just shove whatever out of the bag of holding. It's mostly junk in there.
It's your bag of holding, yeah. So what was it?
Yeah. Like rope.
Yawn. Give all that stuff to Sarah. She can carry it.
Yeah?
Okay. And then we can put everything in the bag of holding, all 250 pounds of it.
Well, it's not all of it, but yeah, 250
Oh,
pounds.
well, yeah, all of the 250 that we can fit. And then,
And that too, okay.
I don't know who's more responsible, Scarin or Cindrix.
Tommel.
Yeah.
Tommel can't cast
Oh,
Revivify, though.
No, I know, but it was obviously a joke.
Rudy.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a d4. Evens is Scarin, odds is Cindrix.
Cindrix almost got kidnapped by...
Yes,
That is true.
I did. Yeah,
I know. I
wouldn't
know,
have
but he
fallen
is
for
a
that.
cleric, though.
So, I'm a
Okay,
druid.
it's a 2. So
I'm wise.
Scarin, you can carry it.
You know, in
No,
all honesty,
Yeah, that makes sense.
that tracks
That-
though, because like Cindrix, has been abducted twice. So Scaran has gone
Has
off,
been
Which is
robbed,
weird.
but has gone off and
Yeah,
returned.
right.
So he came
Robbed.
back.
abducted,
Oh,
also
What?
brainwashed.
Yeah, that happened. I think
He
everybody
did
has.
get brainwashed.
Who hasn't?
Cindrix, you little victim.
Who hasn't been brainwashed?
I'm a professional victim.
Me.
I'm like, oh man, I don't want to take your agents away, but all this magic seems to do it. So
Okay, so Scarin, you have the bag. So
Bag.
you are our reviver.
okay, so I'm gonna just ask everybody what they're
Oh,
doing
actually,
in the kind of immediate aftermath, besides that stuff, and with what you see. If there's any specific thing that you can see on the map or have explored here and want to investigate, I'm gonna start with Zach. So Tommel, what's Tommel doing there?
Everybody else is probably dealing with the other rooms and the bodies. What's in this room?
Yeah, sure. So it looks like it's a kind of break room, right?
Yeah.
Looks like there's like brewing setups for weird beverages, which are tea-like or coffee-like, but they're not something that you're familiar with. Looks like there's a couch that looks like it was recently being sat in. There's a bed that doesn't look like it has been used recently, but probably within the last day or so, just not like immediate recently.
Right.
The strange device I mentioned here, which appears to be kind of another gauge system, it's currently kind of just glowing red, and then this levels is just one straight kind of bar, as if kind of noting from what you learned from the guard downstairs, this one's offline. So this might have been the one that he worked on before that blew up for the
Right.
space downstairs. Yeah, and then there's the door to the right that goes to the weird counter pipe room, and then there's the door to the north that leads to a hallway. Okay, Tommel done. Scarin, what's Scarin doing? Immediate after the bite.
he would go down and take a little sippy sip, take a shower.
Cool. Then Kimmy, what's Sarah doing?
was there anything on this lady?
Yeah, so there was. She has a few things of note. So she has an amulet. She has a pair of when she passes, her hands stop being covered with ichor. She appears to have a pair of bracelets, golden, kind of simple bracelets. Um, she has a stick that's on her belt. It's about yay long, has very ornate Denisotvan carvings on it. And when you take it, it appears to be hollow and filled with sand. And then she has one of the claw hands, one of the key hands. This one appears to be ruby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, taking all that.
Mm-hmm.
We needed a red one.
Yeah, that's correct.
I'll hand the red ruby key hand to Gil.
Kill. Okay.
Yay!
Yeah.
I high-fived myself with it.
Did we never got the diamond hand plus other hand high fiving, did we? Did that happen? Or did I dream
I
that?
bet it should happen.
If
I
it
thought-
happens,
yeah.
something else happen.
No, that I definitely said it. I don't know if they did it.
Amulet, bracers, and a strange tube. And then the key, the ruby key. The next person then, Jijo, anything that you want to check out, investigate?
There's like more passageway up there, isn't there?
Yeah, Tommel's already on his way checking it out. So, if you want to go ahead and, as he's searching this room, pass by and go to this one, you'll see that this room appears to have a strange kind of counter on the right side with pipes that run up out of the ground and then into the wall behind it. It looks like this might have been some sort of workspace, but it hasn't been used recently. There are gauges on the south side that appear to be monitoring some sort of device. There's a bit of steam coming off of one of the pipes that has a leak. It's not dissimilar from the pipes that were leaking in the very first chamber. However, there's no chill or cold here, just kind of a refreshing mist that's coming out of the pipe. And then there are some pipes that run floor to ceiling here and there. On the north side, too, there are some lights on the wall. They're all currently showing green.
Okay.
When you get close to these lights, though, you realize that they have kind of like a watery kind of sense to them, and you realize too that they are kind of draining a bit. They appear to be not lights at all. Instead, the glowing is coming from the contents of these round containers on the wall, and it is more of the Orvo.
Yuck. Okay.
There is a path that leads north from there, though. Okay. Magpie, what's Gil doing besides receiving the ruby key?
So kind of. Where'd everyone go? Where'd Clear go? I thought she was in the next room.
He's like over here.
Oh, okay.
Just following the others.
Yeah.
Okay. Johnny, what's Cindric's doing?
You need to expect that. 'Cause
The red gem.
much more. Yeah.
Okay. So I need you to make a religion check.
Okay. Can I guidance?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay. So something about this gem, this ruby gem, is very familiar to you. And it's really annoying that you can't think of why it's familiar to you. You're just kind of holding your chin, kind of looking at it. Scratching the scales, kind of staring down at it. But it seems whatever it is, they're siphoning power off of it into this very strange looking machine, which is then transferring it into some sort of dust, which is then put into this bin and then is used to fill these buckets, which your friends then fill the bag of holding with.
Can we just take buckets?
The buckets are very hard to carry. Yeah, they're not easy. You would have to be wielding them.
I got you.
I get my buddies to help me try to identify what that is, since it couldn't.
Oh, you ask Garen, you mean?
Yeah.
Wait, how big are they? Barrel size?
They're a little less than barrel sized, but
Oh,
close.
okay.
Garen, do you have religion trained?
No.
Okay, Cindrix asks you to like take a look at this, and you go and you grab your owl chin, and then Cindrix is right next to you, kind of scratching his dragon chin, and you're just both kind of looking at it. And what would you say? Like, what would be your astute observations, Garen?
Like looking at this or the gem?
No, the big gem in the corner.
See, you know, that's a gem, all right.
It sure is.
He even
Garen.
points at it.
Then he kind of then he just taps it with his staff, and he's like,
That's a gem.
mm-hmm.
Tap tap. Makes
That's
it's a classic gem noise. Yeah.
"Wait, would Arcana help?"
No, not at all.
Dang.
Hence the religion.
Man, where's Kiora and Pommel for this situation?
Arcana will tell you that, I mean, just having it trained will tell you that that definitely is the source of them being able to manufacture Residuum, but you don't know what it is. It just seems to be giving off enough power to power whatever this machine is that's creating Residuum glass.
Well, I know what it is. It's a gem.
Yeah, it's a gem. Well,
It's
there you
gem.
go. You just use any gem if you want it. Okay, so then free
I'll be right
reign.
back.
Whoever wants to do whatever they want to do.
Try to catch up with the others.
That stick of sand I got, I want to hand that over to Tommel
Okay.
and be like, I found this on that the druid lady. I don't know if it's important, but
Do I see anything with my special eyes?
So that item is glowing. So are the bracelets, and so is the amulet.
I can spend some time identifying if you want.
yeah, if you don't mind.
Tommel takes everything, goes into the other room, lays down on the couch, and gets to work.
Oh,
He's
Pommel,
kicking his
can you
feet too,
also-
right?
Oh no, he's like on
Yeah.
his stomach with the things laid out in front of him, with his
Oh.
feet kicking behind him.
Uh huh.
my God.
Mm-hmm.
I love him. What were you gonna say, Citrix?
Oh, since you're doing that, can you also try to figure out what that gem is? It's just on the tip of my tongue. I can't figure out what.
That's some serious nervous dad energy.
Yeah.
Like
I go out.
in the room, like, you know, looking at TikToks and there's a gem.
There's a gem.
Tom's like, fine. Do you have religion trained, Tommel?
Double checking. Yes.
Okay. If you'd like, you can go take a look at the gem and make a religion check.
Yeah. Before I get
Wow.
started with that,
Sure.
While he's doing that, I'm actually going to hand the bag of holding all the
22.
shit in it to Cindrix.
Okay.
Because I might be in wild shape, so that doesn't make sense for me to have it.
Oh, can I guidance Pommel's roll too?
Not needed.
Oh, okay.
But you can. Let's see how. Yeah, go ahead and roll a d4. See how cool it is. Okay. So, with a 25, you would know that the article present in front of you has religious connotation. It is what is known as a chaos shard. The gemstone in front of you is a part of the barrier between the astral sea and the world, heaven and earth. It is believed that during the Agamedean ideal of creation, that the song of creation broke the gate of the astral sea, and the wall of the astral sea around it, and shards of it landed on Earth, and some shards on Earth, and some shards still fall to this day in the heavens, and then finally finding their way onto the surface of Earth. They have great magical potential, and when I say magical, I mean divine potential. You would know that this piece here looks like it has been cultivated. Looks like a gemstone that someone has taken tool to and worked. Whereas a normal chaos shard would, in its raw habitat, would be wild and create an area of wild magic. It also looks like this one is also unstable. Looks like this device that's been put in, another device was ripped out, and parts of it were used to create this new device. It looks like whatever it was supposed to do, it's no longer doing. And what it is doing now is not what it's supposed to be doing, and seems to be creating an imbalance in the shard itself, which may or may not cause problems in the future. It's hard to tell how far in the future that would be, but not immediate. Definitely more than a day before anything strange happens with the shard. Hopefully that's helpful.
Thank you, Tommel. That was very affirmative.
And
Appreciate
another
it.
thing too, the Agamedean ideal of creation is the same ideal of creation that has Salond in it. So, like, the idea of dragons kind of being the forebears of society is the Agamedean tradition. So Tommel just schooled the cleric of dragons on dragon religion, and then goes back to the study couch.
Without
I just
even a blink of an eye, just like casually lore dumps and then walks back to the couch.
I guess I kind of snoozed off of that lesson.
Okay.
Now you know.
So Queera and Sara, are you investigating anything in particular in that room? The next room has a bunch of pipes. It looks like just on the other side of those pipes, which are very close together, it looks like there's a treasure chest that hasn't been touched. Some sort of old chest covered with cobwebs. If you're talking to you, you're muted.
Fucking puzzle.
Oh, there you are. It doesn't appear to be a puzzle. The pipes don't look like they move or anything. It just looks like they built the pipes after they put the box behind them.
I don't have Misty's step prepared.
Okay.
Just make a note of that, and then up here to the east, I'm sorry, to the west, there's like natural tunnel.
Yep.
Okay.
And it
I'll
looks like
go
the
in there.
ceiling extends upward quite a bit in that natural tunnel up ahead.
Okay. And then what's in here?
You see what appears to be some sort of containment device. And you also see one of the barrels that had the residuum in it kind of next to it. This strange containment device looks like it has a valve structure on its top, and looks to be sealed closed. There's no markers or indicators or anything that kind of denote what this might be. But being an artificer, you do get the sense that this has been sealed tight, and to inspect the contents within, you'd have to unseal it, which might depressurize whatever it is. I don't know if you're familiar with a pressure
will-
cooker.
My knowledge of Arcana reveal anything additional, do you think? Or probably not?
No.
Okay.
That was all arcane knowledge you'd get from, the
The outside of it.
The exterior of
Yeah.
a pressure cooker, yeah. It's basically what it looks like.
You say it looks like a pressure cooker?
Yeah, I sure did.
Okay. Someone's making pozole in here.
Nah.
I want food. I was thinking about deep fried chicken
Mm.
because that's how they cook it at Wendy's.
Mm.
Anybody have anything that they want to do in particular?
What's this console?
Yeah,
Okay.
so it looks like it's inert. It looks like it did something before, but it doesn't look like it does anything anymore. It looks like there are 4 levers, and if you kind of just toy with them, nothing changes or nothing does anything. It just seems to be a dead console. It presumably had controls for these pipes, or perhaps something needs to be done to activate them to allow for these pipes to be, or these valves or sliders to be kind of manipulated to do something with the pipes. But for right now, just moving them around, nothing happens.
I mean, from the map, it kind of looks. Oh God, am I stuck? I'm stuck in the doorway. Oh. From the map, it looks like there's like connectors between like this wall and then this wall. Does this thing here, does
So
this
that one has a red light that's on, and it looks like it's kind of indicating that it is terminated. So this is identical to the one that our good friend Billiam was at.
Okay.
William!
And he was like maintaining. This one looks like they fucked up. So this might have been the one that caused the blow up downstairs.
Hmm. Okay.
So in the natural space, you would see that there is a pipe that seems to connect to down below. You can see that it kind of has an arch out when it comes out of the stone, and it's pouring water, but the water has like a green tinge to it, almost as if it's mixed with something like the insides of glow sticks. Um, we've already had Orvo. You kind of get the vibe that it's similar to that mixed with water. There's a staircase that appears to be made out of wood that starts here and goes up into the ceiling, the rocky ceiling of this cavern. And it looks like there's no doorway or anything above, and you can see that it's a stormy cloud above you in the hole of the ceiling. And you can also see and hear, distant though they may be, the sounds of skyships in conflict.
In conflict?
Correct.
And this bag of this area right here?
Yeah, it's just a sleeping bag.
Oh, okay.
Before like the next beat, I want to run back and slurp some
Short rest juice. Got it.
short rest juice.
Well, I will say, going upstairs, Sarah, you would look outside and then the summit. You're at the top of the pillar, the structure that you're inside of. There's nothing up there besides kind of like a flat surface. In your mind, this would be a perfect place to receive a skyship if you were to will it to you. However, you're not certain that you've done what you need to do here besides kill everybody inside of this space, which is a good start. But from what you can see of the conflict, there's a massive shadow in the storm, which we haven't discussed before, but it's the whale. It's the Denisopin's like major skyship that is capable of firing like town destroying lasers. Of arcane energy. So that is currently engaging, and you can see big blue beams firing from it as it's engaging with at least a dozen, if not a dozen and a half, conglomerate skyships. And you're pretty sure that you can make out the one that Ruben had above your city.
That's unfortunate.
There's doesn't look like there's any winner or loser yet. It just looks like they're
Oh.
currently fighting, shooting at one another. No hits, and if they are, they're not direct hits. It's like they're kind of playing the naval game, so to speak.
Okay. Well, it looks like we have an opportunity to sabotage their operation here. Um, for all of my tinkering knowledge, I can't really pierce through the sophistication of this technology. There's some kind of pressurized device that I think we could mess with. Um, but I'm not really sure, Sarah, what we can do to protect our our country and also to find the last child.
I don't know either. Maybe we should just keep moving on and see what else we come across. We haven't explored this entire place just yet.
Right. You have
Very
the
well.
Ruby key, and you also know that there's the descent. So if you can figure out a method for descending, um, that could be beneficial as well.
Out of character, any votes on depressurizing this thing?
Where's it at?
Hmm.
In
Yep.
here?
It was-
Here.
Oh.
Well, what did Tommel figure out with those things first? Maybe they're helpful.
I don't know. What did Tobble figure out with those things?
Oh, great. Perfect. Sorry. I was waiting for everyone to kind of settle to it. So we will discuss. So, what would you like the description for first?
Stick?
The tube?
Yeah, the tube.
Sure. So, the tube is actually just a container, Tommel. What you learn is the contents are the important part. They are a very specialized type of residuum called sands of time. You can consume
Oh.
them, and by consume them I mean pour them out at any point to duplicate the effects of the 14th level feature of the School of High Strike, which I'll be posting in the channel in just a second. Okay, and then the next one.
Bracelets?
Bracelets.
Bracelets.
Oh,
Bracelets, while worn, prevent the wearer from, attuned as well. Prevent the wearer from becoming, or from being, let me read it precise. From concentrating on a spell. For as long as they are wearing it, they are under the effects of the spell Vampiric Touch.
What?
The spell Vampiric Touch, which says while you're Vampiric Touch, your touch is shadow wreathed and siphons life force from others to heal your wounds. You can make a spell attack against a creature within your reach. On a hit, the target takes 3d6 necrotic damage, and you regain hit points equal to half the amount of necrotic damage dealt. You can't cast spells, but you are always under the effects of this spell.
Oh.
And then what was left? The amulet.
And
Right. It is an amulet of health. Which again, why her con is so good. Whoever wears and is attuned to the amulet of health has a Constitution score of 19.
Ooh. That's neat.
And what was I looking for?
sorry, John, did you say you were gonna post about that sand?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Oh, okay. I just
My brain didn't work. Sometimes it doesn't. And
I'm not trying to overwhelm. I'm sorry.
no, I I would never be overwhelmed. Where is it though? Where the fuck is it? Do, 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 do. There we go. Okay. One-time use. Block. Effectively, you tear yourself from the future and apply yourself to the current. You create a duplicate of yourself, which acts and functions normally. During round 2, the one you were just stealing from the future disappears, which means you and it no longer exist. So there's a 6 second span of time where you just don't exist forever, and then on the third round you rejoin the time stream.
And then it's one time use, and then it's
One
done.
time use and then it's done. And she was gonna use it after using Circle of Death, but after I rolled such shitty damage, I said, fuck it, she's not worth it. What do I want to just depress myself more by wasting fucking magic items on her?
Maybe you should hold on to that Tommel. Might be useful for you.
Chronomancy is illegal.
He's illegal.
Chronomancy is illegal.
Oh,
Okay. Are we opening up the Henny Penny or the pressure cooker? Sorry, some people might not be familiar with fast food lingo.
To me, it's an instant pot.
Instant pot. Okay.
Okay. Are there any? I guess everybody should just stay out of here in case it explodes or whatever.
Instant pot does sound nice though, right, Zach? I mean, what? Okay,
God
so
damn it!
are you opening it? You're just going for it.
Who just ran? Someone just ran.
Everybody
That's
did.
scary.
Smart
Sarah
people.
ran.
Sarah went.
I'll stay
"Whoop."
ready. Stay ready.
Cedrix, get out of here.
Where'd you get hurt?
Oh.
So there's about,
Where-
Someone's
You
gotta
have
take care of you
healing
too.
word, don't you, Cindrix? You can do that from up far. Step away.
there's about
Okay.
50
Out of the doorway.
pounds in that container next to it. When you kind of walk over to the device and start to turn the valve, it is very tight. It does take you some effort, but eventually you get it to a point where you feel like you are loosening it very quickly, and then it pops. I need you to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw, Quira.
I knew it.
Man, it's not great damage.
This is how I die. This is how I die.
Do
That's a
it.
6.
Yeah, so you're only going to take 18 points of radiant damage.
Only.
When it pops,
Why
a
did you
bright
tell me to
flare of magical light just shoots outwards. And once you kind of take the damage and kind of get through it, the door is wide open and it's kind of still glowing out of whatever it is. And when you look inside, it's kind of, the interior is like a kiln, like very kind of compacted on the edges with like calcification and kind of leftover vestiges of earlier burns. And then seated in the center is what looks like a ballista bolt head or like a missile made out of gold. Glowing, shining gold.
Is this a nuke?
Are you okay?
Oh,
Oh,
You know, there's like these sort of like radiant vapors coming off as from Kuyura as the radiance kind of blows apart her defenses. And she's just gonna reach it and then pull it out.
Okay.
Is it hot to the touch?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it glows. It glows a little bit less when it comes out of the container, but it's still glowing. And it definitely has a very strong sense of arcane energy to it. I'll let you work out the nature of it. It is an arcane munition, which means that you can utilize it without any kind of, weaponry. If you use it with weaponry, it would be better, but if you use it without weaponry, effectively what you're going to do is cast the munition. You'll do so as an action, and then it'll do whatever it does. If you use the spell Identify, you'll know exactly what it does. If you don't, you'll just point it at something and shoot it.
Tomo, we've got more things to identify. I know you're around the corner there.
The ears first. Do you wish to identify the item?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. So the arcane munition in question appears to be of Denisavin origin. The name is not given to you through this version because you're identifying a piece of arcane ammunition. Effectively, it's just Golden Bolt. It deals 8d6 radiant damage to a single target that fails a dexterity saving throw. However, if it is fired out of a arcane cannon, the damage is multiplied. So it would be dealing 15d6 to a single target it hits. No dex save. Arcane cannons are like on skyships.
Do we have one on our skyship?
Your skyship, no. Can we get one on our skyship?
I mean, could we? We don't have even a gun on our skyship.
Fair.
Is that true? I'm asking.
You don't. Yeah, there's.
Okay.
It's not a. It was more like a pleasure barge than a warship.
But you're saying
between you and me, I mean, not yet.
Yeah, but you're saying that I could do like a spell attack
Yeah, you
and
can
cast this.
crack it. One target, dexterity saving. One target within 150 feet that you can see. Dexterity saving throw or 8d6 damage, half on a failure or half on a success.
Using my spell save DC.
Correct.
That's not bad. I have a pretty good spell save DC.
Flash shoots made out of like gold.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Okay.
it's radiant damage.
Well, I'm gonna put this in my bag. If no one is opposed. Can we like meta a little bit and sort of compare notes on our like spellcasting ability, me and Tomo? Tomo, what's your spell save DC?
Double checking. Why are you so slow? 17.
Okay, mine's at 19. So I think I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
Also, he's got Fireball, which does the same amount of damage for the same saving throw on an area.
Oh,
so
there you go.
Yep.
you don't have blast spells.
Well,
so
I'm
that
glad I
works.
did that. Whatever.
So upstairs, as I mentioned, there's really nothing to it. It's a great place for you to leave the area, but you do have a ruby hand now, if you wish to backtrack. The most fun part of any video game. The old backtrack. I'll save you some time, though, if you would like. If you do backtrack, does anybody want to slurp juice the short rest water on the way down?
You can only do that once, right?
You can only do it once per 24-hour period, correct?
Yeah.
Does that give me hit points back?
You can spend hit dice to regain hit points, yeah.
Pommel, are you gonna drink the magical waters?
Probably should.
Okay. And if that's the case, I'm moving you all back to a specific area, which will be the next point of interest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then hold. When you return back through drinking the water and then making your way through the Orvo chamber back into the ringed room, the lightning is dead. There is no longer lightning present in this chamber. If you remember, it was wreathed in lightning in the center, and there was a ball of glowing like lightning in the middle. It is currently now no longer active. Directly beneath you, you can see maybe 20 or 30 feet, there is ground. And directly above you, there's a cavern that ascends super high into the sky, well above you. This is, you presume, a space that is shifted dimensionally into the chasm that was in the first room that you entered into. Again, it's a 20-foot drop to the ground level, but it's completely covered in shadow. So you can make out the workings of like the ground, but nothing around it.
Put a light down there. Something.
If you wish to cast light and toss it down there, it will have no effect. The shadow seems to be present in kind of a magical sense. If you wish to cast daylight, however, we might change what happened.
Okay. No. Sure, why not? We cast daylight. See what's
Okay.
down there.
Toss it down. And you would see that this chamber below you, this 20-foot descent, to the north, there appears to be a very ornate-looking, 10-foot high door. The structure's top, at the keystone, is the symbol of House Ordric, the Stormbird. The pipes seem to run down all the way into the floor as well.
I don't like this. Is it quiet too? Like if I walk back this way, is there anybody?
Still is the grave.
That guy's gone from there?
Hold on.
Sorry.
Yeah, he would be absent. I don't know if you saw him there or not. Are you able to see anything at all or no?
No, it's just dark in here.
Okay, I'll give you. Oh no, I won't give you vision. Why does it do that every? We
It's-
changed it last time.
It's not. I can see, but it's like grayed out. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it should be daylight
Like-
mode.
I can see the room.
You should be able to see everything. Yeah, but no, there's
Yeah.
there's no guard here.
Guard's
this room.
gone. This room?
If you go into
Yeah,
the room,
about that room.
open it,
There's-
you would see that there is no one present. And unfortunately, I don't have a map swap position here, but you'll see that the glass of the device on the southern side has been ruptured, and the redstone that was in it when you first talked to the lady here is missing. So the room is as you had it, but the stone is gone.
We should have killed that lady.
And again, that bottom segment looks like it is makeshift. It was added after the fact. as is the device on the north side. The gauge on the right is that was here. The floor is also added after the fact.
Yeah, Scarin did so well deceiving her.
Yeah. Is what it is.
There are a couple of small bags of the residuum, probably 30 pounds apiece. Doesn't look like they were manufactured here. It looks like they're from upstairs.
Should we go back and try to open the rooms with the red hands that we couldn't open before?
Yeah, I like the idea.
Okay.
Clear.
There's one downstairs too, right?
Yeah, that's
We
the
backtracked
ones.
far.
That's the only ones. Yeah.
Yeah, then we had to do that if we want to use it.
I want to
So-
know what Clear is thinking.
Quiura is not coming up with anything.
Okay.
I think that there's like intuitively, or like Quiura's intuition says there's a way for us to sabotage their shit, and to exploit what they have, but I can't find the right sequence of things to do to make that happen.
We could try to get that missile to Ruben to use.
Well, I imagine that Ruben has his own or ordinance, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that whenever I think that this weapon we can use it against the child whenever we get to the child. That's what I'm thinking.
If you make
It's
it
so messed
into
up out
this space, you'll see Billiam.
If y'all don't try to fucking adopt it.
I
Still
wanted to propose to Gil that we adopted.
diligently
Oh
working. And he looks at you and he says, I don't know what you guys did up there, but the levels have been pretty good ever since you came through.
Yeah, that's
We're
what
good
we're
at
here
our job.
for.
Work, William.
Yeah. There was a bit of a rumbling back that way, kind of pointing the way that you originally came in. But, I don't know what that's about.
Did anybody else pass through here earlier?
Nope.
Where the hell did the other people go?
Well, not that I noticed. I was on break for a little while.
Oh. Alright.
They let you have a break?
Well, yeah, you guys gave me went up and we talked to, the other guy, whose name I can't remember,
yeah,
because he
that's
wasn't
right.
as important as me. And, yeah, I got my break and I came back down here, and, you know, we switched, and the levels were good. He said the levels are really good, and I was like, wow, the levels are really good. And then that's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
You're going back to
This is the
Spider,
guy
right? Queera. So you're
Yeah.
kind of trekking that way, but that just leads outside.
Oh shit.
And then if you go back the way to the south, there's the long rest water, but then there's also the door that leads to the halls that have the ruby hand space.
Keep up good work, Billiam.
You got it. Yeah, you
Good job,
too.
William.
Whatever you did, it was great.
So I want to kind of whisper, probably within earshot, but kind of far to where it's like maybe he probably doesn't hear it. Do you think we should probably like let him leave at some point?
I think I'll figure.
I think that's a very generous assumption, Sarah.
So, if you backtrack, you have the option to drink the long grass water if you didn't drink it already, and I don't believe anyone has.
Hendrix didn't.
Hmm. I haven't used any spell slots miraculously.
I mean, I could do a ton of buffing, then drink the water. That's something we want to do.
Okay.
Like everybody's supposed to have we use a 5th level spell slot to cast like aid, then 2 death wards, and the like. We're up for that.
Definitely,
Water.
we definitely need a death ward on Scarin.
Yeah.
Who's our...
Do you want me to just use all the spells
So,
I can then? drink
I
the
actually
water?
gave it to the thing to Syndrix because I might be wild shaping.
Can you death ward yourself?
Oh,
I'm
well,
already
no.
death warded.
But... Then, okay.
Cinders can death ward himself, yeah.
He already has death ward on him. Wait, did 8 hours didn't pass, right?
No, not yet.
The last cast. Yeah. Okay.
Then I'll take one. Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so want me to buff all y'all? Alright.
I already have a plus 10 from your casting of aid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have 5.
But- I can make it 20 if I'm
Holy
gonna drink the
shit.
water with a 5th level spell
I
slot.
lost all of mine.
Well, you don't lose the plus 10. It's impossible
max.
to lose it from
I
aid.
think, yeah, I think it just replaces like with the higher, like if you cast it the higher spell slot, it replaces with the lower spell slot. I think that's how that works, right?
Yeah.
So if you guys want, I can use like 5th level aid on 3 people, then either use a 4th level aid or use Death Ward.
And I'll go
Yeah.
ahead and simplify too. If you do test the ruby hand on the door to the south, you find that the door is actually barred. This door here that you've been through before, where the sword was located. You took the sword, right?
No.
It's still in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, sword's
Oh,
always
Yeah,
been
it was
on.
cursed.
Yeah, the sword is
Okay, then never mind. You guys can go in if you want. I thought you took the sword.
Tempting.
Okay, we're not Brent.
Okay, so then we'll just speed race. Who wants to go on an adventure? There's no monsters. And I wanna,
Wait.
I mean,
Let's get aided. So, who's getting
Okay.
aid?
okay, he's gonna use a 5th level spell slot to cast aid, and he's gonna use a sorcery point to extend it. Here, it would be 16 hours here. We do that. Level aid. So he's probably gonna do it on himself. Kiora, since you've been getting down a lot too. And I don't know who to put on the 3rd person. Shoot. Who's Scarin? He's been a frontliner with these fights.
Give it to Sarah.
Then Sarah?
Yeah,
okay.
give it to Sarah.
Maybe Gil, because I have 90. I have a max of like 108 hit points right now.
Yeah,
We
I
can
think
bump
Gil
that
or
up.
Scarin is a good call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tend to almost die a lot.
Give it to Gil because I
Yeah.
can wild shape and it resets my health.
Okay. So I give it to
Oh.
Gil.
Yeah, give it to Gil.
What? How much is it?
And 20.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 20, then he's gonna use his 2 4th level spell slots. Cast. Actually, try double cast Death Ward and or 4th level aid to get, everybody else 15 max hit points.
yeah, as long as there's
And
not
death ward
concentration, there's no overlap there. I mean,
Yeah. You know what? He's gonna do 4th level aid on the person who didn't get the. So that'll be Tommel, Scarin, Sara. You get 15 max hit points. Gonna also spend spell that.
for
So you-
pacing, I'm gonna speed trade.
Sorry.
Figure stuff out. That's fine. I'm just gonna go
Okay.
ahead and move the party to descriptive. So go ahead and work out, and then tell people what they need in text.
Okay. Yep. I'm
That way
gonna
it's
put.
written down, and they don't have to ask you in back and forth. So
Yep.
remember how there were the two ruby doors, and they both kind of went the same direction westerly in the hallways? They both lead to the exact same hallway, which leads to an elevator. The elevator ascends upwards and can fit one person at a time. Um, there's no mystery here because you didn't deal with this earlier, so we'll go ahead and just move you all one at a time to it. But just for, you know, descriptive, who would have been the first person up? Sarah, probably.
Unless Clear was adamant about going first.
Not
Okay.
this time, I'm not.
When you get to the top, Sarah, you would see that you're in some sort of small chamber that looks like it's been built whole cloth. This doesn't look like anything else you've seen in the space. Looking at the ceiling, you believe that you are underneath the summit. So you are inside of the top of the mountain. Like they bored out a hole and kind of dug underneath the floor of the summit, kind of built their own little nest here, and then attached it to this already working to the roof device. Inside, you have a couple of chests, a book, a scroll, a bunch of books on a table that are just kind of scattered notes regarding conglomerate tactics. And then you have what appears to be an altar. The altar's symboling on the ground, the prayer mat, and like the just motifs on the altar itself are very Denisotvan. Not anything that you've really seen before. But behind the shrine, there is the Atavian cross, which you've seen motifed on Denisotvans. It seems that they do kind of worship Atavius. On the shrine proper, there is a shard, another chaos shard. However, this one is different than the ones you've seen thus far. Instead, this one appears to have something inside of it, like amber. Like the gemstone formed around something. And yeah, there are candles all about that don't burn, they're just melted wax that's kind of left on the floor and on the shrine itself. And then everyone else shows up.
I want that gem.
Okay. The gem weighs about 25 pounds, and if you look at it closely, you can see that the thing inside of it appears to be a human heart.
Or bag.
Huh?
So I'm gonna put that in my bag.
Okay. Then there are two chests, which are easy enough to open, a scroll, and a book. And then tattered notes of conglomerate tactics.
I wouldn't touch any of it. I'd wait for everyone else to get up there.
Sure. Okay. If you do inspect the environs, once you kind of all get up here, I'll just go ahead and quick mode it. The treasure chests, so to speak, one has bear with me here. One has 3 more of the golden bolts. The other one has a bolt that is like the golden bolts, however, it is ruby red and transparent. And then the scroll is a scroll of teleportation circle. And from what you can tell, Tommel, of its hand, it looks like it was written by a conglomerate mage. The book near it also appears to have been a conglomerate mage's spell book, but from what you can tell, all of the pages have been torn out that would have had spells on them. teleportation circle scroll. Also has the benefit of having a teleportation circle noted on it for the city of Penford. Okay.
You guys see that in chat, right? All the buffs on, guys. So-
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. And then, looking at the entirety of the dungeon, if you were to backtrack from this room, you would go to a point where you can't go anywhere because the prison has electric grids that have blocked you off from leaving the way you came. That's still true. This floor has been completely surveyed. This floor has been completely surveyed. The only space that you have left to go is the hole in the floor, or you can leave. And you do so by going to the surface and having Sarah call for the sky ship. It will come to you in the storm, and you will leave. But again, the hole in the circle here, this distortion of dimensionality, leads to the basin or the bottom of the pit from the first room, and it looks like a door that has House Ordric's royal symbol as its keystone.
Wait, and that's
Oh.
down here?
Yeah,
That's the whole.
Okay, well, I
Daylight is
guess.
still affecting it, right?
it's a 20-foot drop.
So
The
that's
pipes go all the way down to the floor, though.
probably the baby.
Yeah.
If that's where we're going next, I want to do the long rest. Like, can I do the long rest water if I drink
Yeah.
rest water?
Yeah, anybody can drink the long rest or short rest water.
Same long rest water.
Might as well.
I'm gonna move you to the map if we are planning on going. Are we going for the door?
Yeah.
After we do that, I want to do inspiring leader and give everybody,
The bonuses?
Sweet.
yeah, 9 temp hit points.
Cool beans.
Oh,
Thank you. Whoa!
I'm
Oh,
so glad we
that's
saved
awesome.
it. It's so great.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got a
That's
chill.
so cool.
Okay. So, after drinking the water of life and then moving to the pit, you work your way down the pipes, flying on the back of owl friends or what have you to get to the bottom of the pit. There's a distortion that happens once you make it to the bottom of the pit. When you look up, you can no longer see the room that you were just in, the level that you just came down off of. Instead, the pipes seem to just run up and then vanish into thin air. But the rocks continue upwards for quite some time. You realize that you are in the core of the pit of the very first room that you were in, the one that had lightning that ran through it and up it. The door opens into a hall, and when you step into it, you start to see very anachronistic looking structures, pillars, dozens and dozens of pillars to your left and to your right that seem to just continue upwards for dozens, if not, 50 or so feet, up to the ceiling, which looks like it has been fully worked above you. There are spider webs that run throughout the space, some of them with similar glints to the ethereal spider webs you saw in the cavern structures in the levels above. You move into this space and you realize you're in some sort of crypt, some sort of strange and very intimidating crypt. Before you, there are sarcophagi, some open, some open and empty, but all larger than a person and seemingly depicting skeletal forms of giantkin, or at least Goliaths or taller. On the walls to the left and right, there are massive amounts of skulls of all different types of folks. Looking through it, you realize there are dwarves, there are elves, there are giants, there are humans, all throughout the space. Hundreds, if not more. There are braziers that light up the entirety of this chamber. They are placed and positioned very familiarly. You realize that this motif of these structures throughout the space is common throughout these rooms. At the far side of the room, past the bones and skulls that are present on the walls and the floors and settled inside of alcoves in the walls, there is a tree that appears to have been manufactured entirely out of the bones and skulls of what must be countless people. A shrine sits at its base. Gold, ornate adornments. A single head, skull head, of what appears to be an adolescent child rests with the emblazonments of a prince's crown and golden stormbird feathers coming out of the top of the crown. The candles in this space seem to burn with actual fire and melt as if they were actual wax, which means that someone or something is still tending this place. To the left and the right of this space, you see two large open portalways, not too dissimilar from the one you entered into. They seem to go into halls and passageways that are dark, magically so, like the one that you entered into to get to this place. And the table's yours. What would you like to do? What would you like to look at, investigate, check?
Does Gil feel anything from his passenger when we stepped into this room?
Ooh, the passenger.
Oh, the ghost? No.
Oh.
What?
You don't remember? You're a passenger?
He got possessed
Yeah,
You have a passenger with you?
by illithid thing.
yeah, by the squid guy.
Oh, okay.
Nothing. Actually, less than nothing. Like, seemingly negative. Like, yeah.
Wow. I still don't actually remember it. I just know that we were in a tadpole pond. I would like to look closer at the giant sarcophagi people.
Okay. You go and check one out. And then while that is happening, Gijo, what would you like to do?
God. Okay, so I would like to move forward. Is there anything that is historically important
There are
or
books that seem to be on their own little plinths in small little alcoves near these large.
okay?
I guess
Let's
the
check that out.
terminology for these would be sepulchers. I guess would be a fair
Mm.
term for what we're looking at.
Mhm.
It's the Ordric language, so you don't read it verbatim, but you understand a list when you see one. Your presumption is that this book is a list of all those that are present on this wall. Which makes you concerned when you turn back to look at the pillars. And that's when you realize that the pillars look like they have small little bits and flecks in them, where you thought it was like marble striping. Instead, you realize it appears to be that the marble is not marble, it's stone formed of people.
Hmm. Hey, waste not, want not, I always say.
That's pretty metal.
Use the entire buffalo. That's
Should we be concerned that some of these are empty?
what, the cat? Are you laughing at me picking up the cat?
You're suspicious
No, I
of
was just
black
laughing at the
Yeah.
silence from everyone else.
Oh.
Should we be concerned that some of these are open and empty?
Oh my god, this room is so huge.
I
Okay.
know.
What's the symbol on the center of the floor?
Sure. So it's obviously not. It's proprietary. The map is Shepeku, but for the purposes of the narrative, it's a Stormbird.
Any like religious symbols around?
Just the Stormbird, really.
Just.
So you know that you're deep underground. There does seem to be kind of this strange hue about the bone tree. Tommel, what are you doing as Sarah, Gil, and Queer are kind of checking out the center of the chamber? Anything in particular, Tommel? Did he step away?
Do I see anything with my special eyes?
So magic-wise, there doesn't appear to be a lot going on here.
Okay.
Except for that fucking tree. The tree is very magical.
Yeah.
And then to the
Any
left,
kind of magic in particular, or is it all magic?
evocation. And then to the left
Okay.
and the right, those passageways, you can see illusion magic, which would be the shadow blocks. Whatever shadow is, whatever the spell darkness would be. I don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
My brain dumb. That's the school of magic you would see.
Got it.
So that would be like there and there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
those
really fun.
passageways on the left and right.
Has anyone approached this tree?
Nope.
Does anyone stop Tommel from getting closer?
Yeah. I don't think we should approach that right now. Let us see the area first before
I'll
we.
go with you.
But it's
mean, if-
so pretty.
How the
Tommel
hell
says,
is
just
pretty?
kind of like staring at it and slowly walking towards it.
It's like a
Lord,
cat
you
in
to
a
bring this to
Christmas
death.
tree.
And Gil's on board.
Don't do it.
Scaren, is there anything in particular that you're doing in this space? Making pudding? John? You there? How dare you?
Queer will escort Tommel.
Kill his character first.
Since Garen's not here, let's throw him in one of the hallways.
Literally,
I thought you were going to say one of the coffins.
as soon as I literally stand up, and then you're like, scaring.
Don't stand up.
Just
Lock
feeding
in.
my Fish. I was feeding my fish, man.
Lock in. I want to see you. What are you doing?
I think he just kind of
Hanging around?
soak it all in. He's not really seen anything like this before.
Okay. So, Tommel takes his big, flappy fucking bunny foot and places it on that first step of the dais. When he
Goddamn
does, there's this immediate sound that comes throughout the entirety of the room. It's this
A health bar
droning.
appears on the bottom of the screen.
Huh?
It's a
Health
bad
bar.
joke.
Health bar on the bottom of the screen.
Oh.
Oh,
Anyway, step, and it's kind of like a bass drop, like in the trailers for movies, right? It's like the. It kind of sucks the sound out of the chamber. Tommel, you feel all of the hairs on your cute little bunny body just stand on end as static seems to kind of take over and just kind of surround you. And then you hear it, and only you hear it. You hear the cry of a young child, not a baby, like a toddler or mid first decade child, whatever those are called. I'm not good with kids. What's like a 7-year-old? Is that a toddler? Is this toddler 7?
Just
No,
just a child.
Just a child? Is that what they're
Yeah.
called?
Child is fine.
Yeah.
Child is fine.
Wow.
We don't need to get more
Yeah.
specific than that.
Taking
fucking
child
hate
free to a
those.
whole new level, John.
I don't. No, their
Right.
kids are gross, dude. I
Like
don't.
that age before 18.
True.
You know how.
Like, what do
True.
you call that?
Oh yeah, was like oh shit, child. So you know how like you use like crazy stuff for your horror games? It's like blood grandpas and like all that shit. Children. It's just children
Yes.
for me. Like,
Oh.
it's like this is terrifying. Look, it's a child. Ah!
Did you say blood grandpas?
Yeah, that's the thing. That happened.
There's been I've been known to include a blood grandpa or two.
Yep. Okay, so anyways, you hear crying, Tommel, of a child.
Coming from
Nowhere, everywhere. You're a smart enough bunny to know it's psychic.
cool.
How tall are the ceilings?
50 feet.
Just figured I'd get that out of the way.
Yep, it's a very good question to ask in this fight.
And this fight.
Fight?
In this fight, there's a fight that's gonna happen. What?
We're not fighters, we're lovers.
Let's go, Gil. Back on the ship.
Tommel,
Peace and love.
do you...
I'm gonna cast mirror image on myself and take another step forward.
The crying continues. Do you make it to the top of the dais?
Yeah, he kind of runs pretty quickly up to here.
Well, what the fuck? Why are you
Well, what-
running?
Queer,
We are jogging after him.
The second you touch that first step, you start hearing the child.
Oh, what the fuck? Tommel,
Yeah.
when you warn me.
Tommel, once you get to the top of the dais, everyone, once you see Tommel get to the top of the dais, you all hear another loud sound. It sounds like metal crashing against stone. Sarah, you're perceptive enough to realize that the door or passageway to the left, the passageway to the right, and the passageway you entered into are now sealed to you. But Sarah, since you're the one in the farthest back, you look behind you and you see a figure that appears to have been following you, that has entered into the space with you. You see a woman standing about 8 feet tall. She appears to have ornamentation about her body, all of it golden. She carries in one hand a massive scythe with a black blade, done up in the Ordric way, the ancient Ordric way. On the side opposite the blade hangs a strange porcelain mask, thinner than a face, but still face presenting. And yeah, she's gorgeous. I'll just go ahead and show you.
Hey,
That's not a baby.
No,
So does she look like a goddess?
Her.
no.
No.
From what
It's
you
not a baby. It's not a
understand her
goddess.
to look like, she almost looks like your mother.
Mom?
What?
Mommy?
But not exactly. Like, superficially. I mean, if you were to look at her a
Mother?
little bit even more thoroughly, she kind of has some elements and features that are in common with you. Red hair.
Gil's just like looking at this lady and like squinting, and like looks over at Sarah.
Guys, I kind of want to bow to this lady.
I mean, same.
Seriously.
Oh my gosh.
She
I'm
holds
down to serve, and you.
the scythe out to the side, looking to you, and she speaks. Her mouth and the sound that comes out of her face is only understood perfectly by Sarah. However, your mind seems to translate it and you understand her words as if magic was imbuing you with the ability to understand what she was saying, like the spell tongues. She says, "You have already killed 2 of my children, and I have watched idly. You will not claim a third." She holds the scythe out to the side, and it ignites with lightning. And she looks at Sarah. "Just because you are my offspring does not mean I will not, or I will show you mercy."
Grandmama?
Oh.
And I would like for you to
What?
roll initiative.
Ooh.
Can we talk this
Wow.
out?
Ooh.
Can we keep
Grandmama, no!
I didn't even do anything.
I didn't do anything.
Dude,
Why do I want to keep all the characters? I was thinking we could adopt this third baby, you know?
And I want to make sure you understand. This is not an easy combat. You have a lot of perks and stuff that you've applied to yourself prior to the fight. You've grabbed up all of the possible goodies that you can have. But I am still worried for your souls. So
You know, I'm still gonna
Great.
roll like shit. So
that's
Let's go.
I'm hopeful that that is not the case. But at the same time,
Where are they?
there's-
Oh, they're behind us. Okay.
yeah, they walked in right after you. Yeah.
No. I mean,
Okay.
all else fails, we'll teleport away in the middle of the battle.
that. Oh.
All right. Okay.
I was late. Sorry.
Yeah, initiative. Did you get the cool? Did you hear it though?
Hmm.
The cool shit. Okay. You're okay. We should be.
I was
solid?
just late to click the button. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Okay. So, real quick for Sarah, just so we have the name out of the way, this individual, and based on what she said, matches the description of the very first of the Storm Heralds, the woman that was mentioned who wasn't granted an exact name. However, you have known that name this entire time, even though it was never given to you. I mostly didn't have it made up until like a few weeks ago. She is Hanyi, Hanyi, Hanyi Ordric. And you watch as she becomes nothing more than a mist of storm cloud, and she appears as such in front of you.
Oh, I'm dead.
I hope not. She will use her funnest, most coolest starting ability, Punishing Disregard. Alright. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Take 26 piercing damage.
Oh.
Oh.
As she disappears and then the cloud kind of like jaunts forward, she appears. You watch the scythe kind of slam up into Sarah. You feel the blade enter your flesh and she lifts you into the sky, and then she throws you with the scythe out towards your friends like you were nothing more than a toy to her. She throws you 20 feet next to Gil. You take 4 additional bludgeoning damage from being thrown, and you're knocked prone. Finally, in addition to that, at the start of each turn from this point forward, you will take 5 points of damage, no type, as the wound continues to bleed. At any point, you or another creature can make a DC 15 medicine check to stop the bleeding. Healing does not cause it to stop. And also, in addition to this, if she were to do that move to you again, instead of taking the bleeding damage, she would immediately do a hemorrhaging of bleeding to you, 50 additional damage. So keep that in mind. That's her turn. She's done. Gil, you're up.
bonus action hunter mark,
Okay.
and then
Oh, that music coming in really loud. I'm sorry. That's better.
I think if there's like anything that I have going on here. I mean, not particularly. Let's see. Yeah. Okay.
What we got?
We got probably the dumbest thing that he has done to date.
Rush forward.
Yeah. And then
11 will miss.
yeah, sure will.
That will
He's
definitely
even-
miss.
he's even worse.
Okay. Done?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Sarah. Take 5 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
She said.
It's just, I want to stand up.
Yeah. That makes sense. Sure.
I don't even know what to do, this lady.
There's blood,
I'm-
tears. It's all coming out.
Blood.
Kid.
I'm all like in
Buddy.
awe, but at the same time, I don't want to fight him.
You also feel really guilty, right? Like,
Yeah.
God, I was hoping that was a thing that would happen.
Why is it always got to be my relatives?
Right.
Damn.
Okay, so I'm going to rage and I'm scared to get near, if I'm honest. y'all.
Song of the Nameless, aka Sarah's family reunion. You could use your
Yeah.
action. You could use your action to make a medicine check to get rid of the hemorrhage or the bleed.
No, but if I do that, I just
Probably-
wasted my rage.
Well, did you
Interesting.
rage?
Yeah, I said
You
I was
don't.
rage.
You don't have to say that if you don't want to. I didn't hear it, so I'm okay with you not doing that if you want to.
But you said the medicine check, I have to roll a 15 or higher, right?
Yeah, on a medicine check. That's right.
I don't know if I think it's worth it to do it for the hit points, but I don't think I'll get it. But I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Stand
so
up.
Wait,
No,
I
no
can-
rage.
I mean,
Stand up medicine check. Okay, you didn't
I
make
can-
it. Yeah, it was possible. And yeah, if you want to move towards Syndrix to kind of like grasping the wound, trying to heal it, and looking at him like desperately. Ah! If you want to move over to
yeah,
him,
because,
that's fine. And then Syndrix, you're up if you want to.
yeah, he's gonna do that. He's gonna use. Oh, he's gonna use this action to do the medicine check.
Mhm.
Know what I got you, Sora? I hope.
Nailed it.
Okay.
So you are no
Woo!
longer bleeding, and then I forgot to put the bleed effect port on you, anyways. But yeah, there's gone. And then you still have your bonus action and movement, Syndrix.
Yeah. Hmm. This is a good healing word to you, Sora. Level 1.
Are you sure? You don't want to save it for later?
Hmm.
I'm still okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. But I mean,
Oh,
that's
I'm,
fair.
I'm sorry. I forgot there was an initiative 20. I need to put it on the map. Or on the thing. It's a lair action. I forgot. I'm dumb. Tommel. You hear the child, and then you hear the child's voice, and it says, "Please, please, oh please, please, I need you." I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh boy. 16?
Failure. Take 10 points of psychic damage, and you are linked to the tree. That does nothing besides you're linked to the tree. It's similar to like an Elder Brain's psychic link, if you're savvy.
Cool.
Cool.
We go
Alright.
Tommel.
Then Cindric heals. Then, in between Cindrix and Tommel, I will legendary action move. This movement does not provoke opportunity attacks.
I heal.
She basically like a
Oh, you do? Okay.
like a gale of wind just whoosh, rushes past Gil's pathetic attacks and then kind of
Yeah.
comes up behind Zara with a glaive.
No.
You would.
Like you're like patching the wound and then you look up and it's just her shadow like.
Oh,
And Zara's like, she's behind me, isn't she? Cindric's like, I'm so sorry.
Oh my. Oh my.
Shit.
Oh, he was gonna move.
Nothing personal, kid. Tommel, you're up.
Yep. Oh, I was gonna move
Oh yeah, go ahead.
behind the.
Sure.
oh wait, what damage did she do?
So the
Oh, she just moved?
slashing she would have dealt to you. She didn't dealt any damage to you that turn. She just moved
Oh.
there. Yeah, legendary action move does not provoke opportunity attacks.
I know, I thought she was hitting me, that's all.
Nah, I gotta use another legendary action. Tommel gets to go first.
And you healed, right?
Yeah.
Is the tree something I can, like... Hold on, I need to read something.
Is it something you can attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's an object.
Is it a creature?
It is not a creature. It is an object.
Okay.
It's a tree.
But I don't know. It's got a baby voice inside of it. I don't know.
Don't kill it. We're gonna adopt it.
There are such things as sentient objects, but yeah, it is an
Yeah.
object.
Yeah, I was just checking the wording of the spell. I can't whip it.
You can firebolt it.
Can't fireball it.
Ooh, set it on fire.
Yep, these are all options.
Just all. Just all bones. Is it like some stuff in between the bones?
But you definitely feel like you are linked to the whole of the tree at this point. Like there's like this strange kind of like, it's almost like the way that I want you to kind of imagine it. See all of the fingers at the ends of the branches. Imagine there are silver strands, like spider webs, coming off of those, attached to you like you were like a marionette puppet.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do this.
Okay.
Cast Bigby's hand.
God, I don't have a. Okay, let me see if I can get a token for it pretty quick. I got premium assets. I got the faster caster. Hold on.
Hey, that spell comes in handy.
Okay, what kind of hand do
Yeah.
you want? Because I don't think you can change it once you cast it.
I think a clenched fist.
Okay. Well, for me, that was the easiest one, so that's perfect. And it's
Cool.
large. And it's
It's the master hand.
your. And it's yours.
Oh, it says when you cast the spell and as a bonus action
Oh.
on your turns, you can move the hand and then cause one of the following effects.
Got it. Okay, cool.
It's just a floating hand, and on my turn, I can clench and punch, I can slap, I can block, I can grab.
Okay. Well, just then we'll leave it
A
as
level
a.
5 spell.
There are different.
But yeah, you can leave it as a fist for the token.
When I make a spell token for it, but obviously not for this game, but in the future, I will. Because there's different variations of this hand.
Make 5 of them so I can
And-
do all of it.
Yeah, so you can switch between it with the. Yeah, that would be very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are you putting the hand? It's within 120 feet of yourself. You should
I'm
be able
gonna
to move
put the
it
hand like here, I think. Hold on, where is it?
to the north of you.
Here.
Okay,
Like that.
got it.
Actually, like that. Kind of. But like that, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna fist bump it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Then you'll make an attack, spell attack. So just roll a d20 and add your spell attack modifier. If you're punching it.
yes.
Okay. I'll use the strength score of the hand, which is
26 plus 8.
So 25 to hit. That'll work. And then on a fisty punch, it does 2d6 plus your int.
My int is 5.
So 2d6 plus 5.
9.
9. And this is considered magic attack.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tommel done. She looks over her shoulder, seeing the big hand, and then kind of back at you. And you watch as she does so. In between Tommel and Scarin, the storm cloud appears around her, and then it kind of pops, and you see this gale of wind where she was standing. And she is, I'm going to just notate her token here. She becomes invisible. And from what you can tell, she moves, but you can't tell for certain where she has gone. And that costs 2 legendary actions for her, so she is spent there. Scarin, you're up.
You can't see invisibility with detect magic, can you?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Well, that changes everything I was going to do.
Yep,
Because Tommel still has that going.
of course.
Heck.
So you would see the effects, like initiation, like you'd see the
Right,
magic.
and that would be right there. Right?
Yeah, with the detect magic, you would see like where she started, and so you would see the pinkish aura of magic there, Tommel, but you wouldn't see where she is, unless she stays there for a long ass time. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. I think I'll just get in the air 20 feet,
Okay.
and then I will hold a oh heck. I'm sorry. I'll hold a spell for when she appears. And
Okay.
that is. Do you want me to call a spell now?
If it's a leveled spell, you have to, because if it doesn't happen, the trigger.
Yeah, I lose the thing.
Yeah.
It's Blade.
Blight. Okay. Cool.
Oh
And
shit. Well, oops.
Blight is a spell that happens out 30 feet from yourself.
Oh fuck.
Okay, so if she's outside of 30 feet, it won't trigger, obviously. It has to be within range of the spell. Okay. That's fine. I'm not changing my movement, though. I have a
that's fine.
specific indicator as to where she's going to be. So, Scarin done. Queera up.
Okay, I am going to expend 10 charges of the Eye of Alim Hazil.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Tunnel Vision.
Cool.
So for an hour, I can see everything. Functions lead to true seeing, which means that I can see invisible creatures, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And within your sight's range. Got it. So, she's here.
Oh,
Oh, there you are.
But a quick note: you can say she's right behind you, Syndrix,
Right.
and you can point at the square she's in. That does not mean Syndrix sees her, so that
Right.
does not mean Syndrix can target her. The only
Okay.
person who has the benefit therein is you, and then, or obviously not tunnel visioning to get the other benefits there. So okay,
Okay. So that is my action.
yeah, that's a lot of tunnel. Oh,
Fuck. Okay, she's up next. And then so as my move. Wait, what is this?
what is what? Oh, that's the original her.
Oh,
This is an indicator. It's a copy that was in the GM side. So when she manifest, I'm going to delete this token and move her there after revealing that I wasn't cheating, and then I'm going to move the real token to where the fake token is. Does that make
okay,
sense?
okay. I got you. Okay, so now. Okay, that's my turn. So she's right behind you, Syndrix.
So I'm revealing it because she is going to be appearing, but I need for Kimmy to go ahead and roll me a d6 real quick.
Okay.
3.
Okay. Delete. Move. Change the initiative. Sorry, move. Change the initiative, and right as she's about to kill everything with her scythe, that's where we'll end the session for tonight. Thanks for watching Those That Did.
Oh.
We will pick up next time as we continue the combat right from there. We are beginning at the top of the initiative, and I want for everyone who has an effect that is currently under concentration or duration to type it out in the Discord chat. Big block of text so everybody knows exactly where it's at and how long it has to persist. And I will do likewise with the effects that I have in place, specifically the Psychic Leak on Tummel. Thank you for watching.